Previously on Power Reviews. Kind of an aspiring author, but that's not really working out, so I'm doing a web series.
Borrowed my camera.
It was stolen.
I still can't believe you told him he could live here.
No legal record whatsoever that anyone named Database Ranger has ever existed. Maybe you should worry a little bit less about whether or not I'm real, and a little bit more about yourself.
Kay! No, I do not need a co-host. Besides, I'm out of Megaforce episodes.
Why don't you go back and look at some episodes that you actually enjoy?
We have a new co-host joining us today.
It's none of your business.
We have a new co-host. Another song and dance. Here's our new co-hosts. Hi!
I will finally be returning to my own apartment.
And now, Database Rangers Power Review. Greetings, Ranger fans, and welcome to Power Reviews. Well, no co-host today. Me and Guy have been busy packing, and everyone else is helping with the big move. Seems like a lot of trouble for someone who lives right next door, but this is the same guy who numbers his socks, so I can't say I'm terribly surprised. Regardless, it's probably best that I go solo for a while. Focus on myself, get back to basics. No more co-hosts, no more scientific and technical consultants, just me, you, and a plain, ordinary camera. And if I can't do that, then maybe it's time to give the camera back and just focus on my writing. Anywho, I think now's a perfect time to take a look at the installment that started it all. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers premiered on August 28, 1993, as an American adaptation of Kyoto Sentai Zyuranger, presenting a mix of American comedy and Japanese action unlike anything that anyone had ever seen before. Originally only 40 episodes, it proved to be a surprise hit, and not wanting to mess with success, Saban ordered another 25 new monster battles from Toei, creating footage that is now known as Zyu 2. They also featured the return of the Green Ranger, originally a temporary cast member who proved instrumental to the show's success. However, since live-action status quo can't last forever, Saban also purchased the rights to Gosei Sentai Die Ranger, in hopes of incorporating it into the Mighty Morphin franchise. As a result, Season 2 was a fascinating blend of Zyu 2 monsters, Die Ranger Zords, and new original villains. But after 13 episodes, the Zyu 2 footage was exhausted and the Green Ranger was officially retired. This, along with some behind-the-scenes change-ups, made the episode that we're looking at today a major turning point in the series, inadvertently helping shape the direction of the franchise for the next 2 decades. So let's take a look at that little show that could, with episode 74 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Missing Green. Oh, Ron Wasserman, let your sweet, sweet guitar riffs of majesty wash over us as we montage through the major events of the last season and a half and reintroduce ourselves to those very special teenagers with attitude that started it all. We have Kimberly, our preppy Pink Ranger, Billy, our brilliant Blue Ranger, Zach, our laid-back Black Ranger, Trini, our tranquil Yellow Ranger, Tommy, our now-gone Green Ranger, and Jason, our righteous and responsible Red Ranger. They have new Thunder Zords at their disposal and are joined by troublemaker punks Bulk and Skull, who respectively take first and second place for most consecutive episodes with main cast member status and should never be trusted around any variety of whip topping. Go, go, Power Rangers, you Mighty Morphin Power Rangers! So often copied, yet never truly reproduced. We start off with Jason and Zach at the youth center, where Jason preps for the upcoming Golden Pipe tournament, held in honor of all those brave plumbers who have fallen in the line of duty, proving that being a hero isn't just for the fun guy. But Jason can't seem to nail his midsection sidekick, as he keeps seeing Tommy's face on his target. True, I know that would be an incentive for some fans out there, but please tell me I didn't summon any JDF fangirls.
Hi!
Hi, Mitch. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mr. Ranger.
Guys, we've known each other for a while now. You can call me Database.
Hi, Database.
You don't need to keep saying hi.
Okay.
I'll go get Guy!
Good. You're right on schedule. Let's get started. Now, I want you on box 33Q.
Oh, sorry about that. So, how was your trip?
It was fun. It was fun. How were things with Mitch and Mary?
Were
they at least entertaining?
Entertaining is a word. I would probably need some time with the dictionary and thesaurus to come up with a better word, but entertaining will do for now.
Huh. So, I should probably go help Guy.
Yeah, he's right in the, the bedroom.
Okay.
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 So where was I?
I know, it's Tommy. You miss him.
Oh, right. Jason is angsting over the green candle, the plot device from season 1 that was originally responsible for the loss of the Green Ranger powers. Well, they weren't really so much lost as... Rita tried to steal Tommy's powers, was interrupted by Jason taking the power coin after he couldn't stop the candle, giving him the Dragon Sword, Dragon Dagger, and Dragon Shield, which was actually a pretty good look for him, even if he only used it twice. But when Rita tricked them out of their power coins, they brought Tommy back, even though he logically should be the only one who can't use the powers, and powered up the coin that never lost power using Zordon's power, which lasted one battle, but was then repowered by a force field, somehow lasting 23 episodes until it ran out and couldn't be repowered again because of reasons. At least, not until his clone shows up. But I digress. Lord Zed, Emperor of Evil, and all-around physical embodiment of nightmare fuel, observes Jason's regret and decides to take advantage of the Red Ranger's current psychological state, proving again that you don't need internet access to be under an uncomfortable level of scrutiny. He has parlayed the magic wax into 4 new candles, halfway filling out his old leftover menorah. I wonder if this was foreshadowing for the revelation of Lord Zed's Jewish heritage 29 episodes later. Anywho, Zach meets up with Billy and Kimberly to express his concern over Jason, and they decide that talking things out with Tommy would be the best thing for him.
Ranger or no Ranger, he's still our friend and Jason needs him.
This is where Bulk and Skull's selective hearing kicks in, as they are convinced that the teens are on the trail of discovering the Rangers' true identities, which just so happens to be their MO for the season. So they decide to follow them as they head out to Tommy's uncle's cabin in the woods, where they believe he might be spending his spring break. Now, you may have noticed a lack of Trini here. I originally thought this had something to do with the change-ups I mentioned before, but actually it was that actress Thuy Trang had injured her leg, and couldn't film any scenes that didn't involve her sitting in a car or reaching for a morpher. Now back to our slow-speed car chase, already in progress, as Bulk and Skull follow Zach in a borrowed taxi. The Rangers pull over to check their map, with the punks pulling over right behind them and running up the hill to get a better vantage point, which, along with Goldar's appearance and the subsequent morph sequence, makes this following statement very confusing.
It's that big gold guy! Look! The Power Rangers are gonna be here any minute!
Bulk, they're already there. Not only is Goldar speaking to them, but if you hadn't gotten out of the car, you would have actually seen them morphing. It's times like this I wonder if the Mighty Morphin powers had some sort of psychic blind spot that prevented ordinary people from figuring out their identities. Sort of like Spider-Man after that storyline that angered all the fans. The one without the clones. Or the body switching. Spidey's had a tough run. So Goldar kidnaps the 4, which happens so easily and with such regularity that I wouldn't be surprised if the Rangers had timeshares in half a dozen pocket dimensions by now. He uses the last sliver of the green candle to light the 4 new candles, once again using the presence of the Rangers to accelerate the burnout. At least, that's why I assume they're there. Otherwise, it would just be so the Rangers can know what's happening and thus be able to stop it, and that would be ridiculous.
That bubble wrap is not edible.
Then again, everything's relative. So while Kimberly trash talks Goldar, Billy voices his concerns, and Zach and Trini are oddly silent, I guess their heads just weren't really in the scene. Zordon informs Jason of his friend's imprisonment in Lord Zed's, otherworld? Dark dimension? Dimension of despair?
We're in Lord Zed's Dimension of Doom.
Dimension of Doom! So close. To make matters worse, Zed transforms the Golden Pipe Trophy into the Pipe Brain Monster, leaving Jason with a difficult choice.
Jason, you made the right decision when you left Tommy's candle.
Well, he didn't really make the right decision so much as an ill-informed one, as he was given the option of letting Tommy lose his life for his powers, when in fact, Renee, Zack, and Billy could have easily joined Tommy in the battle against Cyclops to form Dragon Sword battle mode, which would have gained Jason those last few minutes he needed to grab the candle, but again, I digress.
Jason, a true leader is always faced with tough decisions. He must control his emotions and act based on who has the greatest need.
So the decision must be between saving the Rangers and saving the world. Obviously a very difficult philosophical choice.
Only by defeating the Pipe Brain monster will you gain access to the Alter Dimension and your fellow Rangers.
Oh, so the tough decision is in between saving the world and his friends or doing nothing. Truly the test of a great leader. Of course, Jason decides to take on the pipe monster, who seems awfully tentacly, but thankfully very hands-off, and willing to let Zed's putties do all the work. Even though they're pretty... what's the word?
That's fragile.
Yes, what he said. Zed sends down one of his grenades so the monster can blow itself up and grow giant-sized. Zed was always very efficient like that. And Jason summons the Red Dragon Thundersword to take on the monster with his warrior mode, and ultimately defeats Pipe Brain by twirling a giant stick. Power Rangers. The one place where being a drum major is actually a viable offensive position. With the monster defeated and the trophy restored, it's time to put an end to Goldar's gloating.
The Red Ranger can't send you this time. Think again, Goldar! You're here!
Wow, Jason must be really upset. He doesn't even sound like himself. If I didn't know any better, I'd say he sounds like longtime Mighty Morphin Through Wild Force producer Paul F. Rosenthal, but that can't be right. So after proving that Koichi Sakamoto wasn't the originator of PR Wirefu by pulling a jump spin...
Counterclockwise.
Clockwise, actually, Jason knocks over the candles, causing a disproportionately large flame that drives off Goldar and then disappears just in time for him to free his friends. And with the magic of their coins united with his, their powers are fully restored. I would call this nonsensical, but it still makes more sense than how he managed to get there in the first place. As the Rangers return to the command center, Jason's ankle gets caught by Goldar, who suddenly seems to be literally lying down on the job, and the others are worried he might not make it out at all.
Jason took the risk of being trapped.
Hi, guys.
Whew. Almost had some dramatic tension there. So the Rangers are safe, and Alpha 5 manages to locate Tommy sitting by the lake, writing a letter absolving Jason of responsibility and wishing him luck, and reading it out loud for some reason. At least it's not another inner monologue. Reinvigorated, the teens head off to the competition, but not before Bulk and Skull interrupt with the stunning results of their earlier photo shoot. A perfect shot of a bird's nest falling on their heads. Because you can't just have paracomedic side characters in the story and not give them some kind of closure.
That will be your last box.
Okay!
We look forward to
Seeing you again! Bye, database!
Bye. So...
Just gonna run one last check in the living room. Oh, sorry. I'll try to keep it down.
Thanks. So...
Hey guys, the Wii yours?
That's not mine.
Wonder why it's not plugged in then.
Anywho, speaking of things that call for a coordinated swinging of limbs, Jason shows off with a flawless forms presentation.
Well, what about the violin?
No, that's mine. Well, not mine exactly. It was a gift for a friend. Well, not exactly. It's complicated.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm just wrapping up the episode. Almost done. You?
We'll give you a shout out when we're done.
Okay. Where was I? Oh, right. So, surprise, surprise, Jason wins the competition.
This was for you, Tommy, wherever you are.
Which is probably at the lake where you last saw him. And that's the end of our episode. So, what did I think of it? Well, as you may have guessed, this was the first of a rather infamous stretch of episodes. Between filming and post-production, Austin St. John, Walter Jones, and Twee Trang all left the cast, being seen in new footage for only 6 more episodes, then stock footage for 8 more before their characters were replaced. Reports of why vary from walking off due to pay disputes to flat out being fired just for talking to a union rep, but at this point it's not clear how much anyone knows. However, the most remarkable thing about this episode is not the loss of half the cast, the injured actress, or the changes in source footage. What is remarkable is that despite all this, it is still best remembered for being a nice character episode, focusing on long-term emotional consequences. Despite being plagued by issues that would have crushed other productions, Power Rangers instead chose to evolve, to adapt, and that is the key word here. The franchise, at its core, has been a fascinating exploration into the nature of adaptation, not just adapting from the Sentai source material, but also adapting to constantly shifting circumstances. From cast and crew turnover to network change-ups, Power Rangers has repeatedly sidestepped cancellation, and even been revived after less than a year out of production. And much of that started with Missing Green, the episode at the nexus of the first big changeover of a Ranger's powers, the Sentai footage, and the cast. Overall, the episode itself is nothing amazing, having a fair share of good character moments and poorly thought out plot points, but it is still a vital turning point in PR history, and it demonstrates from both a story and production perspective that no matter what life throws at you, you can still triumph so long as you keep moving forward, adapt, and just never give up. And I think that's a good lesson for all of us. So, I don't know where we go from here, but until then...
Database?
Yes?
We're all finished up here. You should come say goodbye to Guy.
Oh, I don't know.
Come on!
So, I guess I'll see you around.
Indeed.
Guy!
Thank you for your hospitality. It exceeded expectations.
Oh, you're welcome.
And?
And I understand that this arrangement lasted far longer than either of us had anticipated, and I appreciate that you sacrificed your sleeping space and your privacy for the duration of that time.
Oh yeah, no problem. The couch was comfy. A bit small and irregularly shaped, but comfy.
Good to hear.
And?
And you can keep the camera.
What?
My camera. You can keep it. Consider it my rent.
Oh, you mean the one I got to replace the one that the ninjas... How long have you known?
Since shortly after the first time you said stolen, and shortly before the first time you said ninjas.
Oh. Well, why didn't you say anything?
I saw no reason to press the matter. And besides, it's not like I didn't have other cameras that I could use.
What?
I wish you luck in your future endeavors, Database.
Thanks, Guy. You too.
Glad you two are getting along better.
Yeah, I mean, I still have plenty of questions, but I'm starting to think that might just be my lot in life.
Got any questions for me?
None I can figure out how to articulate at the moment.
Try me.
Okay, how? No. When? No. What? My mind is officially drawing a blank.
Okay, well, if you could think of any later, you have my number.
Right, will do.
Right then. Bye.
Bye.
Are you gonna ask me out or what?
What?
That wasn't a literal choice.
No, I mean, that's not what I meant. I mean...
What?
You just took me a little off guard there.
Well, I'm sorry to cut to the chase, but you've been taking your sweet time.
I have?
You've been casting glances at me ever since we first met.
Well, that's not the reason. Well, that's not the reason.
And do you have any idea how cute you are when you're flustered?
I'm not flustered. I mean, I am. I mean, I'm not. I mean, you think I'm cute?
Dude, most guys would take a mixtape as a signal. I wrote you a musical. What do you think?
I think I'm really not good at reading signals.
Yeah.
I just thought...
What?
That you and Guy...
Me and Guy?
I mean, you know, man law and all that.
There's never been anything between me and Guy. I mean, this explains so much, and I understand, because I kind of thought he was going that way for a while, too, especially since he kept trying to make plans to go out and stuff, but I'm pretty sure that he's married to his job, and in all honesty, he's kind of a stick in the mud.
So you're available?
Yes.
And interested?
Yes.
In me?
Yes.
So what do I do now?
Dinner.
I like dinner.
And a movie.
I like movies.
Tonight.
I like tonight.
Good. I'll give you a call then.
Sounds great.
Great.
Terrific.
Fantastic.
Okay, so...
Bye.
Bye. Wow. Wow. I have a date. And I have a camera. And I have my apartment back. And I have a date. I don't even... Hello? Yes, this is Database Ranger. Yes, You did? You do? Really? No, absolutely. Today? Yeah, sure, okay. Okay. Okay, I'll see you then. No, thank you. I have a publisher!
What?